Hi guys, I'm now at Wearnes and in front of me are two units of the BMW X1, both of them being the S-Drive 20i front wheel drive model. But there is a difference between these two cars, and I'm not talking about this add-on M stripe grille here. Okay, the big difference between these two units of the X1 is that this one here uses an 8-speed automatic transmission. That one uses a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Yes, that's right, guys. So for those of you who are not aware, all right, some point in, I think about a year or two ago, I think a year, BMW switched, all right, its front wheel drive UKL platforms from an 8-speed automatic, Aisin 8-speed automatic, to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. So another thing, there was another change made to the X1 is that more recent batches of the X1, okay, not this unit obviously, this X1 batch is relocated to the bottom left corner, and then they have an S-Drive 20i batch. That was a change I observed with the X1 beginning 2019. Okay, so let's look at the difference. From the outside, there is practically no difference, especially in this trim. Okay, they both have, I mean, these two units are even the same color. Rims are the same. All right, rear bumper trim also the same. Let's look inside the interior. Okay, so here is, wait, I'm going to go to the automatic one. So this is the earlier version. Okay, already has keyless entry. All right, and so this is a Sportline unit, and you can see all this great insert trim here as well. Pay attention to the gear lever, and tada! Here we have, this is the dual clutch. This is the gear lever for the dual clutch car, and so what else is new? All right, so you can see the upholstery color is also different. Look at the seat. Look closer at the seats. Here are the front seats. Look at the material. Okay, they've changed the color of the upholstery as well. Let's jump back to the automatic car. So this early automatic car has black interior with red contrast stitching here, and here is the screen. Okay, here's the iDrive screen, and we jump over here to the dual clutch car. You notice that the screen, okay, they have enlarged the screen. There's still a somewhat of a border here, but you see the smooth area covers the whole freestanding panel. All right, but here is where I think here's the border of the display. All right, and so yeah, the material grade, all right, despite the different color, material grade this material actually looks like a higher grade leather to me. All right, and we'll look at the back. We'll jump to the back. So here's the back seat. Pull the armrest down. Rear aircon went. So here's the back seat. Yep, jump to the automatic car. Once again, all black interior. All right, and we come to the front, back to the front again. Here in the 8-speed automatic car, you have paddle shifters, and so does the dual clutch car as well. Instrument cluster, well, it's a plain and simple instrument cluster. No digital instrument cluster here yet. So we come to the back. All right, both the dual clutch and the 8-speed auto car has powered tailgate. All right, and a reverse camera. So you see here's the reverse camera. Pop the tailgate open. All right. Okay, now one of the things about the X1, all right, the X1 is a competitor against, well, I'm being very loose about this lah. It competes against the GLA. It competes against the Audi Q3, Lexus NX, and I would say that the X1, one of the biggest achievements of BMW is that they have made the X1 to be, they have successfully made the X1 to be one of the most spacious on the inside, right? You come here, you look at the center console. This is definitely the best partition center console that we have seen from any BMW. Look at this amount of usable space here, as well as the front, and here this below this center console box here as well. Very useful, very thoughtful, and overall there's an air of spaciousness inside here that most rivals at this price segment and size do not offer. I think I've mentioned before in one of my last time in my previous job when I reviewed the X1, it's as if BMW freed themselves from the constraint of having to build a rear-wheel drive platform and the associated space penalties of having to fit a transmission tunnel. They've suddenly found themselves with so much space to work with that they are able to maximize their interior volume far better than their rivals. Okay. Now, in terms of driving, I've not driven the X1 with a dual clutch transmission before. I've driven this one, all right, back in 2016 during my days with Carlist, and my impressions of the X1 was that reviewed in isolation, it is a competent car. It is a tidy handling vehicle, but if you have come from some of the older school BMWs, say like the previous Gen X1, you will feel the difference, right? You will feel the difference in balance, all right, on a front-wheel drive platform versus a rear-wheel drive platform. I mean, if you're still looking for a crossover with driving dynamics as a priority, right? The old X1 does a far better job. The old X1 is far more engaging to drive, but is it a better daily car? No. The new X1, I think, does a better job as a daily car. Right, so here we have it, guys. Here are 2 units of the BMW X1, the current generation BMW X1, on sale here at Wearnes Auto House. Let me just get you the pricing. So here's a list of cars currently on sale at Wearnes. Let's just zoom to the X1s. So the automatic car, okay, VCY 6216, is listed at 180,000 ringgit, and the newer dual clutch car, 2018, is listed at 203,800 ringgit. But these are April prices. Now it's May as I record this, so there may be some changes. You may be able to negotiate a lower price. Okay, when it comes to buying a used car, it is, remember, always a willing buyer, willing seller concept, right? Everything is negotiable, prices are negotiable. So the X1, right, overall, it really is one of the better balanced offerings in the premium compact SUV segment. All right, certainly it is decent to drive. It is practical. It is spacious on the inside, yet compact on the outside. Right, not too shabbily styled. All right, so a decent choice. All right, of course, now in this segment there is the Volvo XC40 to contend with. So then there's also the Mercedes GLA that was set to undergo a full model change in the coming year also. All right, so this is a very competitive segment, and so for those of you guys buying new cars, you have this X1 versus the XC40 as your 2 main choices in this segment. Yeah, so on that note, go head over to our website, head over to Evo Malaysia, vote for Cars of Malaysia for this segment, right? Which would you prefer, X1 or XC40? And on to the X1, coming back to the X1, would you prefer to have your X1 in a traditional, good old-fashioned 8-speed torque converter automatic, or a new 7-speed dual clutch transmission? Drop me a line in the comment section below. All right, cheers, guys.